So I'm going to replace the inner door handle for a BMW 328i. And so, not sure why, but BMW seems to have this issue. It's crazy because it's supposed to be a high quality car, and obviously the dealer doesn't seem to care. So anyway, I went online. I think I got this off of eBay, and just double checking here, it'll fit in like that. So it looks like it'll fit perfectly. And the other thing too is the one I ordered for the other side, I already did that one and it came out pretty well. It didn't have these screws, so luckily I had some in my toolbox, but these screws here will fit in these particular holes. So you got one there, and there's two up here. For the other reason, I'm not sure why, but BMW has these things, I guess, like tacked in somehow. So that being the case, I brought my soldering iron because I can melt the plastic, and you'll see how to use that here in a minute. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we got to pry this piece of wood, I guess it's plastic wood finish thing here. And I recommend you use these plastic pry tools. If you're using any metal, you'll probably wind up cracking and breaking stuff here. So what you want to do is kind of work your way slowly, because there are little detents in there that you could easily break as well. So you just got to be very careful, but you just continue to get in there a little bit and just work it all the way around. So I'll try to come in and out on the video here, on the side here, so you just got to know when to pull back. But the main ones are right in the middle. So we'll keep going. So here's what it looks like with the panel off. You know, I don't think anybody else mentioned this on YouTube, so I want you all to pay close attention. See these little detents, I guess they are? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4 pins there, and there's one on the back corner, which would fit there. As long as those things don't break, I think you're going to be okay with fitting it back on there. But I will tell you that this one right here, I actually broke off. I glued it back on with Gorilla Glue, and then like 2 others along the sides. So these little side ones here, high probability of breaking those. So just be careful as you're prying it out. I don't know if there's any other way you could do it where you don't break them, but just be careful. But the main thing is, as long as you don't break the middle ones, it should be able to snap right back in there, and then make sure that the ends are back in there as well. But just be careful. I think you're still going to break 1 or 2, but it'll still fit on pretty well. I did that on the other side. I think I broke like 3 of them on the other side, and it still came out okay, and it fits snug. But like I said, the main thing is these right here in the middle. You can't break those plastic pieces that go in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and drill out, not drill out, but actually use a screwdriver, a hex driver, and get these 2 bolts out right here. And then we'll look at taking the door off here. There's one. There we go. Got the other one. So now we're ready to take the door off. Well, we still got to do the handle there. So, just get careful. Okay, so once you pull that plug out, then we're almost ready to get the door off. Put this over here. Camera in there and see if we can see it. Yeah, there we go. See if it comes into focus. But so the door handle's got 2 positions, the plastic detents that you have to essentially melt out. Let's see if I can touch it again so you can see it. So it's that one right there. Let me put the camera in so you can see it again. Yeah, there you go. And then there's another one you have to kind of melt out as well too. And once you get those 2 out, then there's 2 more on the inside. Actually, I think 4 more on the inside. So now what we'll do is we'll use our pry tools and then work all the way around to get the door off. So we worked our way around. Actually, kind of started and loosened up on this side here, worked my way around. So here's the door. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 interconnections. I will tell you, I highly recommend that you disconnect this wire right here because this is an optical thing, and I actually twisted that and popped it off. Hopefully I didn't break it on my other side, but it looks like a fiber optic type thing there. But just be very careful with that, and then we'll start working our way. This is the other part of the door handle right here. And so we have to melt off this part and that part, and I'll get my soldering iron heating up. And here's the bottom part, so we do this one here, and then there's two on the inside we got to work with. Okay? Until the plastic's at a point where it's gonna come through the middle, so you can kind of pull on one end on the back side. Let's see if it does it. There we go. So it's gonna go. So now we'll do over here, but you remember what I told you, it's not these two, it's the ones on the inside. So now you have to pick the door back up and then work your way on the inside, and you have to feel your way around to get the two that are in there. Maybe there's a way I can show you from this side again. Let me see if I can get you a better angle here. You can almost see it. Well, just through those holes is the axis point to get to it. There you get some light. You can almost see that one and the other one right there. Okay, and you can see how I melted the, and actually what I did was I took my soldering iron and just pushed it in on this side and then just melted, not this side, but actually this back side here, and then melted them, pushed it through, and then just kind of worked my way and pried it off. That seems to be the easiest. Now what I'll do is I'll remove these pins here and put them on the new one, and we'll be ready for real. Screw in. There we go. Looks like it's in pretty good. The washer doesn't look lined up. Maybe I'll reline that out later. And make sure the back's in, and then we'll do the other two screws. I just wanted you all to see the last screw I'm putting in. Let me try to screw in so you all can see it. Remember, this is why they got these holes here. Let's see if I can line it up. There we go. That's all it took. And now we'll get the door back together. So the first thing I'm going to do is reattach this cable I told you to detach, which is right here. Still lining the door up here. Got it. Just take some good bangs there. Like I got it. Yep. Let's check the sides and those spaces. Yep. There we go. Sorry about the camera still there. All right, so now we just got to reconnect this cable here, put the two screws back in, and put the panel on, and then I think we're just about there. So let me grab this thing. And I put a torque setting on there. I used 15 on mine. This is plastic. I may have failed to tell you all that, but you definitely want to put a torque setting on it because you want to crack the plastic that's on here. Although I think they might have a metal insert on there on some of them, but just be careful. All right, that's on good. So I just got to pop the wood piece on there, and then I'm done. All right, I'm pretty certain I might have broke one or two more pins putting it on there, but the main thing is that the middle ones did not come off, so it's on there pretty good. So, and remember there was a gap when you kind of put that on there, but this covers it up perfectly. And yep, everything looks good all the way around. All right, so anybody that has a BMW, just remember that this will eventually deteriorate unless you get an aftermarket one. Not sure why BMW, since they make such a high quality vehicle, won't do the right thing and fix that. All right, thanks.